welcome to the Montlake Cut for the 40th annual Windermere Cup on Big Ten Plus. My name is Steve Todd alongside Mary Whipple. We are here to bring you the Huskies racing three great competitors in the Windermere Cup and the Windermere Cascade Cup. Great Britain, Canada, and Northeastern University joining us on the waters of the Montlake Cut. And out on the water, we have Maylee Chamberlain, who's there to help us cover all the races this whole morning.
And welcome back, and just like that, we've got our first race of the Windermere Cup Regatta. It is the Men's Masters 8 30 plus. Let's set the stage. We've got lane number 1, the farthest on the left hand of your screen. It is Bear Island Aquatic Center. Lane 2 is Lake Union Crew. Lane 3 is Fairmont Rowing Association out from Philadelphia, and in lane number 4, it is the Washington Athletic Club with a couple usual suspects from the alumni of the University of Washington.
Yeah, a number of the Husky former athletes there in that WAC boat, the Washington Athletic Club crew, which Fairmont is giving a really good, strong test to. So the Fairmont Rowing Club, they are out from Philadelphia, Fairmont Rowing Association, one of those boathouse row crews from the city of Philadelphia, which just has such a great rowing history, just like we do here in Seattle. And right now, it's that crew from the WAC getting just a little bit of a lead there on Fairmont, but it's a close one as we come up. We're almost to 500 meters in. So Mary, we got a good look at the race course now. Lay it out for us. What do we see from when we started this race and as we progress down through the Montlake Cut?
Well, the race is 2,000 meters, but we break it down into 500-meter segments. So the crews are just passing. They're just done with the first 500. Those are those big, tall, yellow buoys we see just on the right-hand side of your screen. Now crews are entering into the second 500, and for all the Husky locals on shore, they are now crossing Fox Point, which is that green point right on the left-hand side of your screen. A lot of Husky coxswains and alums, they all know, oh, it's Fox Point. It is well into the second 500, and we are still separated around 3 seats, give or take, between the Washington Athletic Club out of lane number 4 versus Fairmont Rowing Association in lane 3 from Philadelphia.
And I really like the blade work you're seeing from both these Masters crews. A lot of experienced racers in there. That Washington Athletic Club crew there, Hans Struzina, an Olympian from Redmond, Washington, a Husky, is in the stroke seat, following up by Max Hyde, Arnie Landau, Darcy McCluskey, Alec McRae from Stanford, Tyler Lang in the 3 seat, Ian Angstrom, a Husky, and a current UW med student in 2, and Daniel Marconi, who rode over at BU, Boston University, in the bow seat for that Washington Athletic Club crew. But we've got a great race between these two. Things have separated out a bit with Bear Island Aquatic Center and Lake Union crew trailing them a bit. But good race here from those 2 lead boats here as they approach 1,000 meters to go.
Yes, both of the top 2 contenders, they've matched boat speed, so not much movement in the second 500. About 5 strokes until both crews go into the third 500, and this is where it gets interesting. A lot of crews elect to take a big push, a little reset of the mind and the will as they cross the 1,000. So this third 500 is going to be the story. Does lane number 3, Fairmont Rowing Association, are they going to start to reel in the Washington Athletic Club out of lane number 4? But so far it is still lane number 4 has a solid lead over Fairmont, but there is plenty of time in this race and plenty of contact.
It is a close one between these 2 crews here. It looks like we've got that Washington Athletic Club boat has just a bit of a lead on Fairmont here. As we get down, we're crossing over and getting into the Montlake Cut, where we should see great crowds assembled here today. We have a fantastic day of conditions. Weather like this does not always happen on opening day.
So I just was looking at the splits on the upper left-hand side of the screen, and yep, it is the lane number 4, Washington Athletic Club. They've started to just take a couple more inches over lane 3 from Fairmont Rowing Association. But now crews are starting to enter the cut. This is 600 meters to go, especially when they start to pass the old ASUW rowing shell on the right-hand side of that screen. But now they are entering the gauntlet. The crowd is going to get louder. They're going to get get closer to 500 meters to go, and once those crews go under the bridge, that is 300 to go.
And we can see a little steering adventure there happening as we hit 500 meters to go. The Washington Athletic Club crew kind of had to come out a little bit. Fairmont crowded them maybe just a bit here. We can see a little bit of swerve from both these boats now as they approach the Montlake Bridge.
I know, this is a true coxswain's race, and so from the bridge to the finish line, what we have to do as coxswains is they've got to take a point in the far shore and not get tricked, because the wall likes to go take a little dogleg hook to the right. So that coxswain of Stephen Chang, he's going to do a good job, as he is right now. He's riding his boat. It is a straight course, and now he just has to hold and maintain that, because there's about 3 to 4 seats of separation.
Yeah, what a great race here to kick off the Windermere Cup and opening day. Close one coming through the Montlake Cut. Strong finish here expected from that Washington Athletic Club crew. They've got a lot of guys in that boat that know exactly what it takes to win on the Montlake Cut and to finish again and get yourself over that finish line.
But keep an eye out for lane number 3, Fairmont Rowing Association. They have lifted their stroke rate because they have to. They only have about 3 to 4 seats, but the line is coming. Both crews are around a 42 strokes per minute. We are into the last 15 strokes to the finish line, but it is the Washington Athletic Club still bow into the lead, holding that straight-ish course to the finish line, and they are over. The Washington Athletic Club is your first winner of the day of the Men's Masters 830 plus.
And some high fives going down the crew there. We're going to get you back on to the race course now we're going to try to pick up race number 2 as we are coming in. We might be looking at race number 3 there near the start line right now. Race number 3 there. There's Corvallis Rowing Club. Very distinct uniforms for that Corvallis crew in the men's 50 place. We got race number 2 on the course now. Things have separated out. We don't have quite as tight of a race here in race number 2. But over from our left to right, we've got Pocock Rowing Club from Seattle, Sammamish Rowing Association just over on Lake Sammamish, Green Lake Crew, and Lake Union Crew. So 4 Seattle area crews racing this men's Masters 40 plus. And it looks like we've got that crew, I'm guessing that's Sammamish there in lane number 2, who's kind of come off course a little bit, but they've got a big lead on the rest of the field here in race number 2.
Yes, it looks like in that first position it is Sammamish Rowing Association, and then it's closely followed by Pocock Rowing Club in that second position over Lake Union, and then Green Lake is in the bottom half of that screen. So this is the men's 40 plus now entering the cut, as we also have the men's Master 850 plus already on the course. So these officials are starting these races a little bit early, because this is the rowing spectacle of the world, and it is a lot of racing, a lot of back-to-back splits, and a lot of action. So here is now the men's Masters 850 plus is on the course.
And men's Masters Racing, one name that's known in Masters Racing is Marin Rowing Association. It looks like they've got the lead there. They're in lane number 4. That's the bottom of their screen right now as you're looking. But Marin with a very strong start, and looks like they've gathered that lead early on ahead of East Bay Rowing Club, Corvallis Rowing Club, and Lake Washington Rowing Club in the men's 50 plus category here. So good race, good push going by that crew from Marin. And we're going to take a look at, come back to that in just a second, see if we can catch the finish here of race number 2, the men's 40 plus. But things get chaotic here at opening day. It's on 2-minute centers for these Masters races. If you're a coxswain who has sat through the coxswains meetings for the head of the, or not head of the lake, but sorry, Windermere Cup, if you've sat through that coxswains meeting, you've heard how this is a performance for you, and it's one where your coaches can evaluate. It's on 2-minute center, so things got to go very quickly. But here we go. We've got the crews coming up. Looks like Sammamish coming to the finish line now. Very strong push by this Sammamish 40-plus crew. And you can see just the crowd gathered. And coming across the line here, great push in race number 2 from Sammamish there. crossing the line. So excellent work by that crew from Redmond.
Look how they're just calmly taking it down after the finish. It's just a testament to their dedication of practicing with each other. This is the Sammamish Rowing Association winning the Men's Master 840 plus. And currently on the course here, coming through the cut, is the Men's Masters 50 plus. But this is a good shot of Sammamish just taking their time and regrouping. So at the top of this race, this is the 60 plus that we see right here on the screen. They are just finishing the first 500 meters. So at the close to the finish line, we've got the 50 plus men's Masters 8 finishing, but currently we are watching the men's 60 plus category. In lane number 1 is Mount Baker Crew. Lane number 2, Sammamish. Lane number 3 is the Ancient Mariners, and in lane number 4 is Willamette. And it looks like Willamette out of lane number 4 is your leader of the 60 plus category.
And just fantastic to see the different age groups of Masters racing. Masters racing across the state of Washington, the whole Northwest is a huge sport for adult athletes. Just a great chance to get out and compete with your teammates and train every day with a crew that is dedicated to the same passion, the same sport as you. So Willamette out there on the lead right now. Pretty good race here. We got that Sammamish crew kind of trying to stick with them. We'll see if Sammamish can maybe make a move in the second 1,000 to catch up to that crew from Willamette and see what Ancient Mariners there can do as well. Ancient Mariners, one of the teams out of Seattle. But good racing going on from Willamette there on the lead on the race course. And like we said, we're just going to have a fantastic full slate of races. We've got the Masters races for the men, women, and then we move to our junior categories, and then we kick things into the college racing with a whole series of 4s, 8s, and finishing up with the Windermere Cascade Cup and the final, the Windermere Cup.
So you can see now the Willamette crew was just coming into the 1,000-meter mark, those buoys on the left and right hand side of your screen, and through the cut is the 50 plus category. This is what we are seeing now out of probably, this is lane number 3 out of Lake Washington Rowing Club, or if it's Marin Rowing Association out of lane 4, but this is in the 50 plus category as they are finishing their final strokes, leaving the cut and going to the finish line.
Yeah, this looks like the Marin crew has got a nice strong push going there from lane number 4. They've got a big open water lead. Open water meaning you don't see those other crews even in the picture with Marin right now. We've got the drone side view, and you can really see the power and rhythm being laid down by a crew that trains together a ton and really works hard at their sport.
And this is a great opportunity to look at why it's so tricky in the last 20 strokes for coxswains, because of the shape of the cut and how it opens up to the right. And just naturally, the coxswains like to carry the wheel, but it doesn't matter because Marin is your winner of the 50 plus men's category. All smiles, elations. It's always good when you travel to a race and you come away with a big win.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
There's a lot of Husky women alums in that group. They know once they go underneath that bridge, they have exactly 300 meters. They've got quite of a challenge, but that bow deck is overlapped with stern deck, and they know that they have at least less than 300 meters to go, so they better get going.
Yeah, Isabel Klein, their coxswain in that Washington Athletic Club boat, she has got to be calling for it right now that it's got to be go time if we want to take this race here and see what we can do. But that Bear Island crew sure looks tough to beat right now. Very smooth, good catch timing there for Bear Island there on the left-hand side of the screen. We'll see what the Washington Athletic Club crew can do here in the final 250.
Yeah, but I mean, Bear Island is just attacking. You can just see the blade entries from this overhead drone shot. It's just attacking. It is a quick leg drive. It's very, very unified. I mean, this sport rewards effort and practice, and you can definitely tell that Bear Island has spent a lot of time with each other, and, you know, making boats go fast, it means like got to just choose one process, and they're owning their process as they're coming through the finish line as your winners of the 30-plus Women's Masters 8, then followed by lane number 3, which is the entry from the Washington Athletic Club.
And a good race for both those two crews there. Open water ahead of the other competitors from Lake Washington and Lake Union crew. So on the course now, we've got our race number 6 here. The Women's Masters 8 40-plus category is just now getting up into the cut here, kind of almost to that final 500 meters to go for your lead crews. They've separated out pretty well, but that looks like lane 1 and 2 in a tight race here. Pocock Rowing Club and Sammamish Rowing Association. Green Lake crew in that third place solid position, and Lake Oswego Community Rowing from just outside of Portland down in lane number 4 here.
This race is exciting. It is Pocock Rowing Club versus Sammamish for that first position, and Pocock out of lane 1 is owning their lane. They're owning their water. They know that they've got at least half a boat length lead over Sammamish. There's still a lot of contact, meaning there's still opportunity for Sammamish to have an amazing sprint, and we have seen it before coming out of that boathouse. They've got a lot of good athletes training in the Masters category, but here's a good shot of what Sammamish needs to do in order to overtake Pocock, but it is out of lane number 1, Pocock Rowing Club winning so far in the lead of the 40-plus category, but can Sammamish have an answer?
Yeah, it does look like Sammamish is really trying to get that last little push now as they lift the rate up. We'll see what they can do. Can they close these seats? But honestly, in just the last 5 strokes, I think I've seen Pocock kind of lay onto it a little bit more and take another seat or two. You can see the coxswain now on the bow ball of Sammamish. Final urging coming from them to get that open water push as they come up to the finish line.
Yes, the last 10, 15 strokes really told the story of Pocock is owning this race. I thought there might have been opportunity for Sammamish under the bridge, but Pocock had just a really well-executed sprint. They've got less than 20 strokes into the finish line, and you could just see how the blades are entering, how they're really uniting that push. They are levering that boat into the lead, and they are in their final strokes of the Women's Masters 8 40-plus. It is lane number 1, Pocock Rowing Club, in their final strokes across the finish line. They are your winners of the 40-plus, followed closely by lane number 2, which is Sammamish Rowing Association. And then the 3rd and 4th position is Green Lake Crew and Lake Oswego Rowing.
Great race there for the Pocock Masters here. We're going to look at now up on the race course, the Women's Masters 50-plus coming into view from our cameras here. We've got Mount Baker Crew, Station L Rowing Club from Portland, Sammamish Rowing Association, and Connabare Rowing Club on the race course now in the Women's 50-plus category. We'll try to sort out who's got the lead here as we see the crews come up as they approach the Montlake Bridge here. But good racing going on throughout the morning for these Masters crews. Mary, take a look at this, and they see the flags now. Not what we really expected, but it does look like the wind has kind of picked up and either kind of coming across the race course or maybe down the race course a little bit. We might see some really fast times here later on this morning.
Yes, currently on your screen is the Women's Masters 60-plus, which is lane number 1, Everett Rowing Association. Lane 2 is Bainbridge Island Rowing Club. Lane 3 is Martha's Moms. And lane number 4 is Sammamish. But you're absolutely right about this wind. The typical wind is pushing rowers usually from the left-hand side of the race course to the right. You know, wind coming from the south heading north. But this is a tailwind, and this tailwinds make fast times. And the crews who have just a quicker jump, a quicker explosiveness through the water can keep up with the tailwind speed. We could see some very fast times coming later in the day.
Yeah, and we'll see what the times look like for these Masters races. It does look like, if I'm correct, it's the Station L crew that is in the lead here. It looks like the Station L blades on that crew that's up in the lead. Tough to tell exactly. Sometimes we can't quite catch who's in which of these races. This might be actually looking at the women's 60-plus that's on the race course right now as we're coming into the races here. That did look like we had some Sammamish trailing. And so this is the women's 60-plus category as we cross in front of the Shell House here. and we get into the Montlake Cut. Things are getting a little crowded between the crews, but everybody's done a nice job of steering in this race. That lane number 1 there, it does look like Everett has the lead, and a very close race with that does look like Martha's Moms there in the second place position. Everett ahead of Martha's Moms, one of the local Masters crews here, right there in a good race here in the women's 60-plus category.
I know, I've always liked to have a little contact, meaning overlap. There's overlap between Everett Rowing Association and Martha's Moms, and just there just inside of the 500-meter mark to go. You can see the 500-meter mark on that left-hand side of your screen. So now they've got about 400. Remember, the bridge is around 300 meters to go, but it's really close. Everett is opening up a little window for Martha's Moms to walk back up, but Everett is still your leader out of lane 1. They are owning this race in the 60-plus category.
Yeah, so we're going to wrap up our morning of the Masters races, and following that we'll be into our juniors races. But right now, the Martha's Moms crew does not want to let Everett get away with this last race of the Masters morning here. So it's they are kind of trying to close in and claw back in here. It looks like about a 3-seat lead or so for Everett over Martha's Moms.
Yep, and it's just like when the coxswains are starting to stare at each other, they get a little bit closer, but I like that course correction from the Martha's Moms coxswain owning that third lane, because Bainbridge has to fit somehow between Everett and Martha's Moms. But yeah, both boats are giving each other just a little bit more room. They've got about 200 meters to the finish line, and it is still Everett. Everett is about 3 to 4 seats ahead of Martha's Moms in that second position. And then in that third position, it is Bainbridge Island over Sammamish for that 4th position. So here is that good shot now of Everett coming into the finish line. Just really the last closing strokes of that 2,000-meter race. They are just crushing it. 60-plus is the average age group, but here comes Martha's Mom. I love this angle. Whoa, it is still Everett.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Or Seattle Prep a little too much, and Eugene is trying to creep up, but good by the coxswain from Sammamish to kind of keep the crew under control, stick to your line as best you can. But that was the tightest racing we've seen this morning, and a very excellent job of keeping the focus for the crew.
Yes, through that chaos, Sammamish Rowing Association really kept their length, and that is why they're moving through Seattle Prep right now. It seems like the Sammamish Rowing Association has a little bit more composure. They handled that situation well, and now they are owning the lead and charging to the finish line. It is lane number 3. The Sammamish Rowing Association is your winner over lane 2, Seattle Prep. Quickly followed by Eugene. Rowing Club, and then lane number 1 is Brentwood. Everybody had overlap connection among this race. Very, very fun to watch. But yep, the winner of the Fred Holbein Cup in opening day is out of lane number 3, and that was the Sammamish Rowing Association.
And a 6:07 for Sammamish there. We'll see, can these crews from the collegiate crews get even faster? We got a little puff of tailwind. I think we're going to see some good times coming. A 6:07 is a solid junior 8 time, but we'll see what we can do. We've got the college crews on the course now. So here we go. We're taking a look. We've got our first race of the morning with the women's collegiate 2V races. The 4s are out on the water. Looks like we've got a big lead for the crew from University of Washington here in this women's second varsity 4 here. Maley is out on the water. We've had a great morning so far of masters and juniors races. Maley, what a day out here. We're so excited to see how these races progress through the morning. Let's head over to Maley on the water.
Thanks, Mary and Steve. Washington head coach Yaz Fruz talked about how you build all season toward the Big Ten and national championships, and it only gets tougher from here. So to face your strongest competition now, she says that's really a gift. They expect to be challenged from stroke one off the line, but they're ready to throw something down and give these crews something to chase. And ultimately, it only benefits this team, putting them in a position where they have to be at their best right from the start. And back to you.
Thanks, Maylee. What a race this is for the Huskies out there with a big lead out in front here over Gonzaga here. We've got a nice solid push. Looks like the Huskies took over and controlled this race from the get-go. As they get into the cut, they should be having no problem here. Headed down the race course on a perfectly calm, nice day here for the Windermere Cup in our first collegiate race of the morning for this Husky crew.
And what's interesting enough, a little insider information, this isn't the first time they've been on the water this morning. They had practice earlier on because there's still some seats needing to be decided. So yes, they are in the lead with plenty of open water, but this is also another opportunity to prove that each person deserves the seat that they're in, or if they're knocking on a seat ahead of them in a higher, faster boat, every time you're going down the race course, wearing the W on your chest, you have something that you need to own, to prove, and to uphold the tradition of going fast and going hard through the Montlake Cut.
Yeah, and there's the Huskies crossing under the bridge here. Plenty of open water right down the center of the race course. Good steering by this Husky crew here as they go through the cut onto the finish line. So excellent work here as the Huskies are finishing strong on the race course here. That crew from Gonzaga trailing them, but some local connections there in that crew from Gonzaga. We Katie Barnhart, your coxswain from Sammamish, is a freshman there, and a sophomore, Josie Marty from Seattle Pocock Rowing Club, sitting in the 3 seat for the Gonzaga crew that's come across. They've got to finish up the year with the WCC West Coast Conference Championships. The Husky women will be headed out to Indianapolis for the Big Ten Championships. They're the reigning Big Ten champs, and should be some exciting racing from Indianapolis here in a couple of weeks.
And this is a really good reason why having a plan A and having what you want to do on the race course, no matter who you're racing. The coxswain is now just really driving home. They're finishing strong. They have less than 5 strokes to the finish line. And as they are coming across the winners of the collegiate second varsity 4, as they're just sitting tall and just rowing through the line, paddling through, calming their breath, just taking it all in at the Windermere Cup Regatta.
And good race from coxswain Morgan Bradley. Just got to be pretty pleased with how that race progressed for the Washington second varsity 4 there. So now we're back on the water for the women's collegiate varsity 4s. We've got Husky Purple and Husky Gold versus a crew from Seattle University here. So we'll see what we've got. We've got the 2 Husky boats, as Mary said. They were out just kind of pushing each other a little bit this morning as well, but working hard today. Now, as we come into the Montlake Cut, we've got the 2 4s. We've got the boat in the Salmon Raz with Camille Randall coxing, and then over there in the Colleen Lynch, who's one of the Huskies first with Paula Mitchell, one of the first Husky women's coaches there. Those are the names of those 2 shells going and battling here. We've got a little bit of a maybe bout astern here, it looks like, with the first boat over the second boat here. And we'll see how things progress here in the final 500 meters.
This is always the fun part, you know, like you've done all the work in the first 1,500 meters. Now you've got about less than 500 meters. The crowd is starting to get loud. You're on your home turf, so to speak, and you know these athletes know exactly where they are coming through the cut. What I really like to see is that purple boat in that second position. They're not letting the gold boat go by any means. There's some little bit of overlap, maybe a little bit of open water that we just saw over this grown, about 2 seats of open, but that is still bottom pressure. And everyone who's rowed for the University of Washington knows the power of the pack and power of the bottom pressure. Every boat's job is to push the next boat to their limits, and this is what's happening right here on the course.
Well, and the importance of this women's varsity four. The women's varsity four is one of the 3 boats that races at the NCAA championships and at the conference championships as well, and is one of the point-getting boats. We've seen other Pac-12 championships that have come down to what happens in the varsity fours race, winning a championship or not. And that pressure from the other crews to help your crew get a little bit faster is incredibly important. So this varsity four, they'll be going after a conference title in their boat class and then earning those points towards a team championship for the Huskies, hopefully in the future when they race at the Big Ten championships in Indianapolis.
Yeah, both these boats are going for points for the Big Ten championships. Last year, the Husky women swept that event, and with this close contact between both fours, it's going to be very impressive for every showing, and I can't wait to see what they do at the Big Ten championships.
And over the line there for the women's collegiate varsity fours, looks like we've had that Husky gold crew with the win over Purple, and Seattle U trailing in the 3rd place position there.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
So good push from the Vikings here. As Mary talked about, we don't want to see that little fade to the right. Stay straight here, Coxswains, as we always talk about. But they have a good, solid lead right now and headed towards the finish line. We've got a great slate of races coming up for you. There's the women from Western Washington on the lead. The race is coming up. We've got that Women's Cascade Cup. Washington looking for a win there. In the Men's Cascade Cup, 2 crews from the University of Washington alongside Northeastern's second boat. Women's Windermere Cup with the Canadian team, the Great Britain team, and 2 Husky crews, followed by the Windermere Cup with Great Britain, Washington, and Northeastern. So Western Washington coming away with the win there in the Women's Collegiate Open 8s race. Number 1 overall in the country for Western Washington, showing that they really know how to move some boats up there for the team from Bellingham. On the course now, it does look like we've got our women's 3rd varsity 8 here. Taking a look, we've got that women's 3rd varsity 8, Gonzaga, Seattle University, and University of Washington. That women's collegiate 3rd varsity 8s race. Looks like we've got a pretty good race going on. Close between these crews here. It does look like that Husky crew, the women's 5V boat for the Huskies on the lead ahead of Seattle University and Gonzaga. So Layla Monahana looking to cox this crew for the Huskies through to the finish line. Sophia Thompson's your stroke seat there. Looking like we're charging down through the 1,000-meter mark. Should be a good rate, or maybe we're just at 500 meters in. Sorry, I missed where we were on the race course. We do have a little bit more of a gap between races here on the in the collegiate races. It's not quite as hectic as the Masters and Juniors races, so a little bit more time between these, and should be able to identify the crews and help you out and see who's on the lead here. Good picture coming up now as you can see these 3 crews. That's Gonzaga over on the right, Seattle U in the middle, and Washington on the left-hand lower part of the screen.
And you can really tell why the women of Washington are in the lead over Gonzaga. It's just the time of the blades in the water. Because the longer the blades are in the water, the more opportunity for the boat to build speed.
And here we go. We're taking a look at the finish of the men's open 4s here coming across the line. We've got the men from the University of Washington here ahead of this group from Seattle Scullers, Washington's Purple Boat, and Seattle University as well. So there's the dogs in lane number 2. That's the Huskies looking across the line here. Good race by the Huskies there in that men's 2nd varsity, or that men's varsity 4s race.
And here's
Back.
that overhead shot now of we're back to the third varsity 8, which is interesting enough because the women of Washington is actually their 5th varsity 8 conglomerate racing into this category, and they're handling that opportunity quite well. Those buoys about 10 to 15 strokes away from the Washington boat, it is that 1,000-meter mark. So this race is still in the top 1,000, and it's about 2 to 3 boat lengths of open water lead. The Washington women have that lead over Gonzaga out of lane number 1, and there's about a length to 2 lengths of open between Gonzaga and Seattle U out of lane number 2. So third 500, this is where things really get interesting on the physiological aspect and also in the mental toughness realm, because this is where we just need to make sure that the athletes know exactly where they are, that the rate and the rhythm is super strong with the foundation, and the opportunity as they pass the red and green cans, like we like to say, is just whoever doesn't slow down the most will win the race, especially in this third 500.
Well, and this Husky crew sure looks like they've got it all under control here. Great push from them. One of the key things that, and when you talk to either of the crews from the University of Washington, Coach Mike Callahan or Yaz Farouk on the women's side, is just developing a whole squad, top to bottom, strength, power, endurance, and just confidence. It becomes as you become a racer for the University of Washington. And this young crew for the women's 5V has certainly done that and gain a little dose of confidence here in racing today. So Layla Mohana is your coxswain for the Huskies. Sophia Thompson in the stroke seat. Cora Madison, Caitlin Hain, Ellen Koselka, Lauren Miller there in the 4 seat. McKenna Garrett in 3, Riley Behringer, and then Kylie Coons in the bow seat from Holy Names and Seattle, leading her Huskies down through the finish line and about 500 meters to go for this Husky crew.
I know Sophia Thompson and Cora Madison, those are your stern pair, and that's their job. Their job is to set just a very strong and relentless rhythm. And the job of Layla Mohana is the coxswain is she's just telling the crew exactly how many more meters to go, what's next in terms of their race plan, when are they going to take another lift, because this is the opening day regatta, this is the Windermere Cup regatta, and what else do you do after the bridge? You go full throttle even more.
Yeah, and we should see a great finish from them here to really show the Husky crowd here as they finish up. Strength and power coming from this Washington boat. I really do like kind of the rhythm you're seeing. Good spacing coming from the blade work now for this Husky women's boat as they get to about 300 meters, just under 300 meters to go here to finish out this race. So we're looking at this crew, open water, well ahead of the crew from Gonzaga and Seattle University.
And before some of these women came to the Washington for the rowing team, there's a lot of other sports that they were playing to get themselves ready to become a women of Washington on the oars. So there's a lot of athleticism in this boat, a lot of women who learned to row at the University of Washington, and now they are performing at the highest level within the last 10 strokes of the women's collegiate third varsity 8.
And looking at this crew, here we go. Washington and crossing the line. Another victory for the Huskies on the morning. What a great opening day. We can see the scene. We can see the sunshine. It is just perfect out here on the water. It's got to be one of these best days ever for opening day and the Windermere Cup. About 64 degrees, 8-mile-an-hour winds. A little bit more wind than we maybe like to see, but the forecast was sunny, and it was absolutely correct.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Charging hard, taking their last final lift to the finish line.
And you've got Coxon, Victor, as we talked about, Bowden Chopek from Edmonds, and Laszlo Davis-Rudin from Seattle, two local guys leading the stern pair of the Huskies here for the freshmen here in the final 10 strokes here. Open water up ahead of Western Washington, the club team from Western Washington. Doing a nice job, but not matching the Huskies' speed today. That crew from Western, they'll be looking to go to the ACRA, the Club National Championships here at the end of May, and see how they can do out there. But the Huskies on a good day here, rowing the Windermere Cup shell. Tremendous performance by the Husky freshmen.
So already here is the first race of the Big Four, the final 4 races of the opening day regatta. It is now the Women's Cascade Cup. Let's set the stage of who's in what lane. It is out of lane number 1 is Seattle Pacific U. In lane number 2 is Seattle U. Lane number 3, we've got a Washington boat. It is the 3V, mainly of the novice squad. And in lane number 4, it is your second entry.
Quick correction on the
Thank
lanes.
you.
The lanes were a little bit off. They were undecided earlier. We got the Washington Purple in 1, Huskies in gold in 2, Seattle Pacific in 3, and Seattle U there in lane number 4. So one cool thing when you see these Huskies racing, the Seattle Pacific and Seattle University teams, Seattle Pacific and Seattle U are led by 2 former Huskies as well. So some young women from Washington who have made a great contribution to the sport of rowing. Jenny Park, longtime coach of the Seattle U team, and Kenzie Walter doing a great job in her first year as the number 4 ranked Division II team in women's rowing, going and looking for the GNAC championship here in a couple of weeks here. So Kenzie Walter and Jenny Park leading the 2 other programs from Seattle that are NCAA teams, and just tremendous racing coming from those 2 crews as well. But the Huskies have the lead in the cut here, or as they hit about almost to 1,000 meters. We've got the Huskies up on the lead.
So let's talk about last night's night sprints. The Washington Purple Boat won the night sprints in a surprising finish over the 3V entry that is now in lane 2. But today, I mean, it wasn't a surprise now because the Purple Boat out of lane 1, the victors of last night's night sprints, are still in the lead. So I thought maybe wouldn't that be a different story today because now this is 2,000 meters, but they are carrying that 500-meter sprint speed now into the third 500, and they've got a very solid length over the Washington's gold entry of the 3V freshman boat.
Yeah, and that gold entry a little bit less experienced than the purple entry, but really good racing going on by both these Husky crews here. So the women in the purple shell, and you can see the purple, the darker purple. This is the Jenny Hogan. It's a King Racing shell, painted purple. You can see I just saw a hand from the coxswain to get them to get a little bit more effort and energy there. So Ella Ritter doing her job of trying to encourage her crew to go for more here and really put the freshmen away on this little bit of inner squad between the 2 Husky boats here.
This is the third 500. They're getting close to the 600-meter mark to go. There's still a full length lead out of lane 1 over the University of Washington's gold entry and lane number 2. And then there's a 2 to 3 lengths of open water between Seattle Pacific at lane number 4. They are in your third position. And then there's 2 lengths of open water back of lane 3, which is Seattle U in that 4th position. But look at the UW Purple Boat. It's the 4th varsity. It is coxed by Ella Ritter, and then Liv Ornseth is your stroke seat, followed by Katarina is 7. And that stroke seats, that stern pair, that is their job, is to get off the line and just lay in a relentless rhythm. And the bow 6 is just backing them up, and they're just making their teammates work for it. And I just love the inter squad rivalry of just the what happens on the water stays on the water, but it is just cutthroat and demanding, and that is why the squad is healthy and strong, because it's almost like, we have to race our teammates again because you know that they're not going to give up or give in.
Well, and there's the Husky Purple crew. They're about a 37, so they've made a little shift of the rate here, and then they're going to see can they push out more on that Husky Gold crew as we finish up this race here. But that Purple crew owning this race now, as we talked about, just looking strong throughout the entire race. The Gold crew just not quite able to stay on with them as we get down to the final few strokes of the race here.
Yeah, because just look at the difference of rhythm. Like the purple boat in lane number 1, it's very aggressive through the water and just demanding and direct with the catches. Whereas the 3V of the UW Gold boat, yes, they are direct. They are keeping it long, but there still needs to be like a little bit of a quick step to keep up with that speed. So well rowed from the women of Washington. The UW purple boat on the lane 1 is a couple strokes away of winning the Cascade Cup over their squad, over their teammate rivals, the UW Gold boat out of lane 2.
And that boat will be
Yes.
cheer. Oh, a little bit of a crowd there from 7, but everybody's celebrating, cheering on their teammates. Good effort by the Huskies. This boat will be racing at the Big Ten Championships in the 4v8 event. So going out to Indianapolis with the squad to try to show what Husky and women's rowing is all about here at the University of Washington. So great effort by the Husky Purple crew.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the
Cascade
action.
Cup event. We are underway here on the men's Cascade Cup now. We've got our 3 boats across here. We've got the Huskies in lane 1, Northeastern in 2, and Huskies in lane 3. So technically, though, we've got 3 Huskies crews out here because it's the Northeastern Huskies, the Huskies from Boston, as they're like to be called at the IRA championships here. But it looks like Huskies there in lane number 3. Out on the lead here. So Ryan Martin, your stroke seat senior from Newport Beach, leading this crew. Ryan, one of the great stroke seats for Washington. Good rhythm that's always put together by him. Northeastern in that solid second place position with the Huskies in lane number 1, just trailing them. So we've got a good race starting off here in the first 500 meters. All these crews overlapping and fairly tight together.
I love the first 500 meters. Now the crews are entering into the second 500, but I was just watching very carefully from 250 to 500 in. How are the crews going to transition down to base speed, and how are they going to get into the meat of the race, and which is the second 500 and the third 500. And look at the lane 3, the gold entry of the University of Washington, just transitioned their high strokes down into their base, super efficient. And within the last 10, 15 strokes, they have now just gotten into a almost full boat length lead. The coxswain's looking at bow seat of Northeastern, but it's neck and neck between Northeastern and lane number 1, which is the purple entry of the University of Washington.
All right, and that Husky boat out in front, but this is a great race going on between Northeastern and the Washington crew in lane number 1. So we'll see how these crews can match up side by side racing here. That Husky third varsity 8, very competitive with this Northeastern crew. This Northeastern crew, they're out of classes now. Their coach, Alex Perkins, a former Husky alum, a national champion with the Huskies, rode for Coach Michael Callahan, kind of takes a lot of these Washington Husky elements of training and dedication to the Northeastern Huskies, and has done a great job of leading this top 10 program here for the Northeastern Huskies. And they've got just a little bit of an edge over that Husky third varsity, and the Husky 2V is not quite able to break away yet, but it's a very strong boat. I look for this second 1,000, this last third of the race, to really be that 2V's race here in the final 750 meters or so.
Man, the Northeastern crew and the 3V, they're just throwing punches. I would give a slight advantage to Northeastern, but they're getting super close on blade tip, blade tip, but now the Northeastern coxswain kind of has given them a little bit more room. The 2V is smushing them a little bit. That's out of lane number 3, but not by much. But the crew now, that I think that maybe course correction maybe faltered Northeastern, because now the 3V out of lane number 1, has now a clear advantage over Northeastern.
Well,
The 3V is moving.
Yeah, and we saw a little flag up from the referee in the coach launch behind the crews, kind of telling lane number 1 to move over a little bit, give Northeastern room. But the Huskies there, that Husky 3V took a nice, strong push and got some seats on Northeastern there. But that Husky 2V out in the lead, looking very strong here. Very good rowing from the Husky second varsity. They're coming off a win over California here down at Redwood Shores and moving into looking at the national championships and the conference championships, where they'll face Cal a couple more times, and they need speed every day. They need performance every day. They got to push the varsity, but working on what they can do to come away as national champions in the 2026 season. So Anjali Pamarthy is your coxswain there. Ryan Martin, stroke seat. Marley King-Smith, your 7. Devin Godfrey in 6. Ethan Walsh in 5. Rory McDonald in 4. Povey Yuskavicius in the 3 seat is your senior. Oliver Leach in 2. And Hector Guillemette in the bow seat from France, leading this Husky crew down. And look at that open water they've got now. They made a statement once they crossed over that 500-meter mark and then hit the bridge. It's kind of like horses running home, Mary. We got the Kentucky Derby coming up later tonight, but these guys smell the finish line, right?
Yeah, and if you're on the shore and if you're listening here, obviously the broadcast you're watching, the University of Washington's second varsity 8 turned it up under the bridge, and now they are flying to the line. Raise your voices, cheer on the Huskies, because they are flying. They got less than 5 strokes to the line. They have a little bit over open water lead over their teammates, which is the third varsity 8, but the 2V is your winners of the men's Cascade Cup of this year's Windermere Cup opening day regatta. So close in the first 1,000 between Northeastern and our 3V, but it is now the 3V in that second position, pushing that launch out of the way, which was great. But here is a very, very elated, satisfied crew from the Washington rowing.
Yeah, and the coming away with the Dick Erickson Cascade Cup. It's such an honor to have Coach Erickson's name on the Cascade Cup. He was so influential, along with the Windermere Company, for creating the Windermere Cup. Great honor to have this race for him. Good effort by the Huskies there throughout that entire race. Northeastern coming in that third place position, but a good learning experience for Northeastern. They're going to be coming back out to the IRA National Championships at the end of the month in Lake Natoma down in California. And this little bit of travel, racing some high-level competition. They raced Harvard on Tuesday morning in Boston. They finished up finals last week, and then they raced Harvard. They traveled out to Washington this week. Big, stressful week for Northeastern, but also a great learning experience to get ready for the national championships. And this Husky crew, though, on the water, this Husky boat, celebrating. They're very excited. Maylee, let's talk to this Husky crew about how that race went.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Challenge to her 1V and also 2V. You have nothing to lose over these high caliber races or these athletes. What can you do? What is possible in this first 1,000? So here we go.
And so we've got the Husky second varsity there in lane number 1, bottom part of the screen. The Husky 1V right there. And then next to them, that is the crew from Great Britain with the white blades there, Canada with the red blades, and then you can see at the top of your screen right now that Husky varsity, the Husky varsity rowing the shell that was dedicated last night to former head coach Jan Harville, who led the team to the first NCAA titles and took the team through many years racing at the highest level of women's rowing in the NCAAs.
So there's been a couple lineup changes with the Husky crew out of lane 4, your varsity 8. Your current stroke seat is Aisha Rochek, and she is just taking that crew off. And this is exactly what we wanted to see. 3 boats across, all 4 boats have overlap, but the women of Washington out of lane number 4, they are in that second position. Great Britain is your early leaders, and it is now the women of Washington is in second, closely followed by Canada. But this is where the first 500 meters is going to be done in about 5 strokes. Who can now transition this electric first 500 and now own this middle 1,000? This second 500 is going to tell a really phenomenal story.
And this Great Britain crew, a lot of experience. That coxswain in there is, we got Jack Totham in the coxswain seat leading this crew for the Great Britain women. He was their coxswain at the 25 World Championships, knows this crew well, exactly what points to take and power his crew and enable them to really take off here. But good push from Great Britain here to start the race here, leading over Washington. Washington just narrowly ahead of Canada. Canada really giving Washington a good fight here. And that Washington second varsity A just trailing, but not out of the picture at all. Good racing from all 4 crews here. We're going to have to see, can Washington, Canada, can they challenge Great Britain here over the second half?
So what's interesting is the stroke seat from the Great Britain team. She won bronze at the Paris Olympics, but this is her kind of her first race back with Great Britain. And what better stage is to lead her teammates down? Great Britain is your leaders right now. The coxswain of Great Britain, he is almost looking at bow pair of the women of Washington, your varsity boat. They're in second position, but Canada is still about 3 seats behind in that third position, and the Washington's 2V is a little bit of a couple seats of open water back from the 3.
Yeah, Annie Campbell-Ord there leading that Great Britain women's crew, just really charging. Good. Mary, when you see crews at this elite level, you can really see how the blade work is so precise, how perfect it is. Really great matching from that Great Britain crew. The Huskies and the Canadians just right there with them. Elite level competitors in all these crews here.
Well, you can also see Great Britain has a higher stroke rate, just as subtly over Washington. We'll get the stroke rates for Canada, but for Great Britain, it's about a 37 stroke rate. We'll get the stroke rate from Washington, but you can just see this is why they're from the World Championship caliber pool from their squad, because they have very direct, very clean. When the blades are underwater, the water is not being disturbed because they are moving their boat past those oars that are buried. But look at the race for a second. We still have Washington, still have second with a slight lead over Canada. This is what we wanted to see. We wanted to have a gutsy first 1,000 from Washington. But then now, how can they be closers? And you know what? The crowd, hometown advantage, the crowd is going to boost this Washington boat. They are currently rowing a 38 strokes per minute. We'll get Canada's stroke rate in about a couple strokes here. Canada is 38-39. So it is now who's going to make efficient with the leverage. Great Britain is in a class of itself with a full-length lead. They are charging down the cut as the World Championship caliber that they are, but the Huskies are still owning that second position over Canada.
Well, and this competitive environment is something that Coach Farouk, that they wanted to fuel because they're heading into a very challenging portion of the season. The championship portion of the season is going to have some very good racing here for the Huskies. And so facing Windermere Cup with a great challenge from Canada and great racing from Great Britain is something that the Huskies can really feed off of as they head into the Big Ten championships and then on to the NCAAs. So this Husky women's boat really propelling themselves well as they enter the Montlake Cut and then under the bridge. Get that energy from the crowd. Get that energy as a boat, as a unit. How much can you push through? They've made a good move on Canada right now.
But look at the Washington women out of lane number 4. They are racing against Great Britain, who has Olympic bronze medalists, multiple Olympic bronze medalists, multiple bronze medalists from the World Championships last year. These are world caliber athletes, and that's exactly what Windermere Cup brings. They deliver world-class racing, and the Washington women are rising to this occasion. They are charging in that second position, solidly moving through Canada.
Yeah, the British are one of the elite programs worldwide when it comes to Olympic rowing. A highly dedicated team of athletes here. But here comes Great Britain. Final few strokes of the race. They're just maybe touching open water over the Huskies. Great race from Washington here to really challenge this crew from Great Britain and beat the Canadians. So good racing all around by those 3 boats.
The fact that there was barely overlap between Washington and the team from Great Britain, Coach Yas Farouk is going to be elated. She threw down the challenge of her team saying, what can be possible? You have nothing to lose. And they delivered. This is a very exciting step to their development leading into the Big Ten championships. And that's exactly what Windermere does for these athletes. They bring in the best racing possible to help the student athletes get tuned up for their conference championships and then the NCAA championships.
Yeah, it was a fantastic opportunity for Washington, but just what a great race coming from the British. Lizzie Witt in your bow, Jade Lindo, Lauren Irwin, Catherine George, Amelia Standing, Megan Slabbert, Heidi Long, and your stroke seat, Annie Campbell-Ord, with Jack Totham coxing that crew for Great Britain. Fantastic racing from Great Britain. We expect to see some great things coming from them in the World Championships and then into the Olympics here coming up soon. But good racing all around.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
It looks like the blades are buried, and we have a start. Here we go. Last race of the morning, the Windermere Cup, the 40th running of it. We've got Great Britain on the left, Washington in the middle, and the Northeastern Huskies there on the right.
So it's the first time we get to see these competitors racing. They did not race the last night's sprint, so we are just waiting to see what is going to be thrown down in this first 500, and it is bows across. But look at Northeastern out of lane 3. They exploded out of the blocks, and they have a little bit of an advantage over the University of Washington and also Great Britain.
There we go. We've got good push for the Huskies here. Washington in the middle. Good, strong start. Last week they raced California, coming away with a narrow win over their rivals from California. California led or was very close in the early going of that race, and Washington had a tremendous push at about just before 1,000 meters and then really extending their lead and pushing ahead of California for the win here. Northeastern putting it all out there for the start here. Good push here from all these crews.
I know the Washington oarsmen in lane number 2, they are just sticking right down that center. But here is the first 500. The first 500 is done, and now they're transitioning to the second 500. And this is where we're going to think about who's going to be elongated, who's going to really transition their base speed. But both crews are just attacking, and it seems like they're not going to lengthen too much because they're just crossing Fox Point, and it is neck and neck with the lanes 2 and lane 3. But here's that second 500, and again, no loss, no change in your first, in your first leaders, but it is Northeastern out of lane 3, surprising everybody with this advantage, and I feel like they probably saw the caliber of Great Britain, the caliber of Washington, and there again they said, why not? Let's throw the kitchen sink out in the first 700 meters, but now this is the back side of the second 500, and you're starting to see a little deceleration from lane 3, but the Huskies are maintaining this. But Great Britain, I think they may have gotten a little caught off guard, which some international crews do get caught off guard at the opening day regatta, the Windermere Cup, because they feel like, it's collegiate racing, but no, this is not. This is the University of Washington throwing down and getting into the lead. There is still overlap between Great Britain out of lane 1, but the University of Washington is your leaders coming into the third 500.
And what a great race coming from Washington and Northeastern ahead of Great Britain. A little bit unexpected. I think that this Great Britain crew is going to have a lot to say in the second 1,000 meters. They've got some very good experienced racers there, but the Huskies looking like they're going to walk and move now as they hit 1,000 meters. That University of Washington varsity with Nikita Jacobs leading your coxswain as your coxswain. in the Husky crew. He's kind of changed it and said, okay, here's our switch, guys. Let's go. This is our time. Can we move? Let's own this second 1,000 now.
Great Britain has started to move on the University of Washington. They've got a lot to work to do, but they've got about 700, just inside 700 meters. Is it possible? Yes. Do they have to go now? Yes, because the University of Washington is not going to slow down. When they enter the cut, welcome to Montlake, baby. They know exactly where they are, and the hometown heroes are charging through the cut on their way into the lead of the Windermere Cup.
And this is the pressure that you want when you invite a crew at the elite level that Great Britain is over here. Coach Callahan really wants to see this Great Britain crew is winding it up. We'll see what they can do. But Washington in control here on the lead. They've got about 5-6 seats here. We're going to get that view from the bridge here as we look down and really be able to tell where they're sitting. But Ryan Smith, your stroke seat there, he is one of Coach Callahan's great rowers, great athlete, knows how to wind his crew up to finish strong. We'll see what the Huskies can do here. We've got Washington with Great Britain charging now up to about 3-4 seats down on the Huskies here. Northeastern staying in it with a good fight, but dropping back a little bit more. Here's Washington, and the Great Britain crew is really moving now.
The last 250 meters, Great Britain did exactly what they needed to do. They needed to go now. They needed to put pressure. Now they have a half a boat more to go. They're about in the they're in the low 40s, 40, 42 of Great Britain. It is now less than 200 meters, and it's now about 3 to 4 seat separation. Will the Huskies hold on, because Great Britain is on the move within 2 to 3 seats? It is the Huskies still in the lead, but does Great Britain have it? Great Britain is charging. There's about 2.5 seats to go, but it is University of Washington, but Great Britain is coming, and it is the Huskies held on for about a seat, half a deck. We are going to review to make sure it's absolutely true, but did the University of Washington hold off a hard charging Great Britain crew? You're looking to the unofficial results. It is so far, we only have one time coming up, and it's a 5:29.0 for the University of Washington, 5:29.2 for the Great Britain rowing. Even the
I love it. The look on the Huskies right now.
Yeah, the athletes are saying, who did it? Did
who
we
did
do
it? Do we know?
Do we know?
That's such a great race.
Unofficially,
there.
we can say, yes, 0.2, you got it. But they don't know yet. But here is the graphic. It is even closer now with the finish times being readjusted. But on herenow.com.
There you go. You see the Huskies getting the final word, the water splashing, the pumped up crew. You can see how much this really mattered to these guys. That's a great feeling for the Huskies coming away with the win in the Windermere Cup.
I mean, they knew the challenge. They had Olympians. They had world champion silver medalists. We're going to take another look at the finish to see just how close it was. A half a deck. It was just.
And it might have just been that Washington was on the right part of the stroke there as they crossed the finish line. I wanted to see what the splits were and what kind of speed you were generating from both those crews at the finish there. What a great push from Great Britain to really challenge Washington at the end. Nikita Jacobs, Ryan Smith, Lucas Anderson, Giuseppe Bellomo, Sam Ford, Ben Short, Lyle Donovan, Cameron Tasker, and Klaas Ole Loss there in the bow seat for the Huskies are your Windermere champions. What a great race.